If you're into dropshipping or thinking about starting your own online store, then you know how important it is to find reliable suppliers and keep your costs low. And Eprolo is a forever free dropshipping platform that's been getting a lot of attention lately. So in today's video, I'm going to break down everything that you need to know about this site, from how it works and what makes it stand out to how you can actually use it to build your own successful online store. So what exactly is Eprolo? Well, at its core, Eprolo is simply a dropshipping platform that connects you with suppliers and helps you fulfill those orders that you get automatic. Now, unlike other platforms that charge monthly fees just so that you can use them, it doesn't cost you anything upfront to use this platform. It only makes money when you sell products, which makes them a pretty solid choice if you're on a budget or just testing the waters and launching a new product or a new business, or you're just getting into dropshipping. Now, what's great about Eprolo is how flexible it is, right? It works with popular e-commerce platforms all across the board, like Shopify, WooCommerce, Amazon, AliExpress, and even eBay, among others. And if you're already selling on or using one of these platforms, then adding this into the mix is pretty seamless. Now, let's talk about the fashion dropshipping side of things with Eprolo. It has a special focus on fashion, which is not really the norm on a lot of other platforms like, say, AliExpress, for example. So with 3,000 products updated daily, that's 3,000 new products updated daily. That means that you're always going to have a fresh, trendy item to choose from and go after. Plus, they offer brand customization options so you can then build your own brand around these products that you're selling instead of just being another generic store. And here's one of my favorite parts. They have a 7-day no questions asked return and exchange policy for fashion items, and that is a huge deal because not only does it give your customers more confidence to shop with you, knowing that if something were to go wrong or something doesn't fit exactly right and it's not what they expected, they can just easily return it or exchange it. And you'll know if you have any experience dropshipping clothes or selling clothes in general, you get a lot of returns, not a crazy amount percentage-wise, but a lot more in comparison to dropshipping other things. So that policy is not just important, it's vital. And that is not the case with all suppliers, certainly not the case with most of them that you'll deal with in the fashion and clothing-wise industries. So again, super important to have a policy like that when you're looking for suppliers. But this platform isn't just for fashion. They have a massive range of categories and products to choose from. So you'll find everything from clothing and jewelry to electronics to home decor and even car accessories as well. It's really handy if you want to test out different niches too, or if you already have a niche in mind, but maybe you want to see what other items you can sell alongside your main products that maybe you haven't introduced or tested yet. Now, another cool feature is their product sourcing service. So let's say that there's something out there that you want to sell that maybe you've done product research on and you want to go after, but it's not necessarily in their catalog. Well, you can just reach out to their team and they'll do their best to find it for you and source it for you, and then again, connect and automate that sourcing process. Now, it's pretty similar to what I've personally seen from CJ Dropshipping and some other platforms, but Eprolo's focus on direct supplier connections and then obviously automating it can make the process faster and more reliable for you when you do decide that you want a new product that maybe you might not have yet. So it's valuable to have that connection so that they can go out and find it for you and you don't have to do all that dirty work yourself. Speaking of speed, they also offer extremely fast shipping options, which is super important for dropshipping these days. So they've got warehouses in the US and in the UK, and their express shipping can get your product to customers in as little as 5 to 8 days in the US and just 8 to 12 in Europe. And that's way better than obviously waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks sometimes for items that come overseas from some of these suppliers, right? And that can be a real pain for both you, but also for your customers. Plus, one of the most important things that obviously, matters now is for all the TikTok shop sellers out there, those shipping times, both for the US and the UK, work within the TikTok shop shipping deadline. So that's super important. Now, if you're into print on demand as well, they have a full print on demand service so you can sell custom t-shirts, custom hoodies, and other items without ever holding any inventory. And this makes it super easy to expand your product line and add that personal touch to your store that nobody else is going to be able to replicate or copy. But how does it compare to those other dropshipping platforms out there, right? In a lot of ways, there's a lot of similarities to CJ Dropshipping, in my opinion. They both connect you directly to suppliers and handle fulfillment and offer faster shipping time. But what I think makes this one stand out more is their sourcing agent service, the thousands of new fashion products that they introduce daily, and their fulfillment speed, which guarantees that you can use this all the time on TikTok Shop, regardless of the actual, product that you're choosing. And that's also not locking you down to a monthly subscription, which is a game changer exposure, unlike some of the other suppliers out there. Now, you only pay when you actually sell something, and that's a huge discrepancy, especially for people that are, launching a new TikTok shop or launching your own new Shopify store, or you're launching anywhere realistically for that matter. Now, another nice touch is the dashboard in the app interface. It's clean, easy to use. You can browse through product categories, see what's trending, check out shipping times for those specific products when you're actually pricing out specific products. Plus, they have a ton of tools to help you keep track of orders, keep track of profits once you start using them. And it's easy to manage everything on the actual platform and see the status of, your shipments or an order and make an adjustment if you need to. And if you're ever used to using apps like Eprolo, for example, in the past, if you've done Shopify, it's very familiar and very similar to something like that. It's very streamlined and easy to use. Of course, no platform is perfect, right? One of the drawbacks of this website, at least in compared to something like AliExpress, in my opinion, is that they might not have every single product option right off the bat. But remember, that's because they work directly with suppliers rather than just scraping everything from AliExpress like everybody else does, okay? So in the long run, this can actually be a good thing because it means that you're working with more reliable partners and better products, ultimately, than just not listing everything under the sun, leaving you to figure out what's good and what's bad through trial and error, right? Nobody wants to do that. They've actually done the vein for you. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that if you want to source something unique, it might take a little bit of time for Eprolo to actually track it down. But honestly, I do think that that's a fair trade-off for getting better quality products, getting better quality suppliers, and faster shipping options, right? They're building those connections for you in real time, and I don't know of another platform that offers that. Now, ultimately, it's a solid option for anybody that's looking for getting into dropshipping or leveling up their existing store. It's forever free. That makes it super low risk to test out products, and they've got a huge range of those products, especially if you're into fashion like we talked about already with all the products that they currently have up, all the personalization options, and that they're adding 3,000 new ones a day. That's wild to me. This is hands down the best supplier for that. And the 7-day no questions asked return policy really helps set it apart from other stores that don't offer that same option and same customer service on the back end for sellers like us. So if you're already selling on Shopify, WooCommerce, eBay, Amazon, wherever, this can slot right into your existing setup. Plus, it focuses on brand customization and print on demand. So that means that you can build a real brand eventually when you decide to move into branding your products and not just selling one-off generic products like everybody else does. So hopefully you found this review helpful. I'm always looking for the best new suppliers that can help cut your costs, offer access to those innovative new products that nobody else is seeing yet, and offers fast enough shipping times to actually be realistic in a dropshipping business. Really hope it helps.